Why can't white people get as hyped at things as black people do?
That's racist.
What's good, y'all? I hope everybody's living well and staying blessed. It's your boy, Marcus B. As always, I'm joined with the one and only Mr. Evan Simmons and new guy, Chris. This is episode 80. We're like 20 away from 100, which is bananas. Of Holla at Me with yours truly. And today it was me and the boys sitting down, catching up on the week. And we talk about music and emotion, the joys of getting to teach a little bit deeper. We also cover food, as we do. My favorite segment, Is It Racist? Some Bachelor controversy that happened a couple weeks ago that we never got to talk to, and I wanted to cover it. But so we get that in there. A segment that we're kind of starting. What are we watching? Sure. And shows that we're enjoying. And then we all saw the new Mortal Kombat movie, and I am a huge fan of it. I loved it. Not everybody in the room shared the same sentiments, but Evan comes through with a solid reasoning and a different way to go about it, and I stand by him. So check out the episode to get his views. Tell us if you agree with him or not. Otherwise, if you guys enjoy the episode, make sure you like, follow, share, and subscribe. And again, sharing it is the only way we get it out to more people. Help us out to get to more homies. And if you need any nutrition stuff, supplements, health, proteins, blah, blah, blahs, make sure you go to Redcon1 under tier operator. Use promo code T20MarcusB. Get 20% off your entire episode. Help the podcast out, and we greatly appreciate it. And also get your health in check, right? Because everybody needs a little bit more of that. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy the episode. Peace.
Especially in those situations where, like, you're in class and the teacher is, like, mad and you shouldn't be laughing, but then you find everything funny.
Exceptionally bad at that.
See, when that happens now, if kids start laughing at stuff I'm saying, I'm like I get what's funny.
Yeah.
Or if I mess up, and like at one point I said, oh no, and when the kids started laughing at it, and I was like, that's pretty funny. if I was a student, I'd be laughing at that too, because you just said, oh no. Who says oh no? This isn't 1952. No one says oh no anymore. Unless it's like, oh no, I'm falling. Like, what's
I don't think I've ever heard anybody like not like purposely say oh no.
I think I might have heard it. You know when you might have heard it, if someone like messed something up, and like say if I like on the, this has happened multiple times where I've like for like missed the recording on the, like, been like, oh no. You know, I probably didn't say that out loud. Probably thought, oh no. Yeah,
I think it's a thought.
it is a thought.
Yeah.
I'm just, oh no. Yeah, you don't,
I don't think it, like, right?
Yeah, you don't say oh
You
no.
don't say on. God.
You can say oh geez, or like
Yeah, I say uh-oh, not oh no.
uh-oh.
I my go to's welp.
What? I've gone to oh geez, like
Oh jeez.
oh jeez. Like that's my
I'm trying to remember there's once, oh my gosh.
Gosh darn it.
gosh
Oh
darn
god,
it.
that's awful.
Good golly, Miss Molly.
I
You say that.
I say that, and I mean it. I do mean it. Good golly, Miss Molly. It's such a great phrase. But there was one time when I was teaching for ensemble, and I don't remember what I said, but the only people that heard me were the three seniors, and it was an innuendo, but it was so aggressive.
Yeah. That was a lot.
and all three of them like looked up.
Did you just say it?
Everybody else came in on the downbeat, and they just were just like, nobody else heard. No, I stopped the rep and I was like, Yeah. Let's move past that.
See, that's like the most like genuine moment I have with a person.
Yeah.
Is when you and them hear a joke, but
That's
like,
the best.
But they don't. Like that happened a couple of weeks ago. I said like something to like one of the kids in like in front of the whole band, but like it was like in the middle of a rep or something like that. I said it real quick.
Yeah.
And she got it, and I got it, but no one else
Nobody
got
else
it.
got it,
And I was like, yeah, yeah.
Dude, that's why I'm really bad at discipline.
Well,
Like in the moment, like I know that you shouldn't be roasting this kid. I know as a teacher, I'm supposed to step in and say something and tell you that is bad. You
Yeah.
should not do that. But if it's funny, I'm going to laugh.
yeah. I mean, like I guess in high school, like you can do that to the. I've just learned in middle school, like especially for your quote sensitive kid.
Yeah.
Like I've had too many kids like blow up after like, But then again, that's been after like steady teasing. Some of those kids that can't handle.
Yeah, no. Teasing. So I need to make it very clear. Teasing, not okay.
Roasting.
Roasting, or just like in the guise of a roast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like students have looked at me waiting for me to step in, and I'm like,
You built like an upside down avocado. Like that. Yeah. That stuff.
that's fantastic.
Mango. That's what a mango looks like. No, never
No.
mind. Flattened.
same.
Flattened. Yeah. Never mind.
No,
What?
The-
You said flattened?
a mango is just a larger. It's basically the same shape. I mean, it's a little bit more almondy, but it's the same thing.
Isn't it more like flat though?
No.
I don't think. I mean, not like flat, but like it looks a little.
Do
bit...
you know what a mango is?
I don't think I've like held a mango before. Because I don't like the taste.
Who
Of mango.
spend time with some uncultured ass?
No,
people?
I've
Good
like
Lord.
I've eaten pieces of mango before, but I've never held a whole
mango.
A whole mango and been like, ooh, thank you for the mango, mommy. Like, like my mother's never given me a mango before, so I know I shouldn't have gone that direction.
You immediately took me to Miami, and I never take mommy like as your
as a
mother.
mother,
Yeah, like mommy is like back in Florida, it was mommy and poppy. Like that was
Okay.
homegirl, homeboy. Yeah,
I kind of was in the guise of like a child, like saying,
fair enough. I understand now, but that's not where my head went.
yeah, that's not. But I thought mangoes were like more like not squish, but like you put it in between a book for a second, like you get what I mean, right? Just slightly compressed. I'm not talking like.
I get what you're saying. It's just aggressively wrong.
But like you said, like almond shaped, like almonds are a little bit compressed,
no,
right?
shaped of an avocado, but almond texture. Right?
No, like
Oh, because like mangoes
like the
are smooth.
teardrop. It's a little bit more teardroppy.
Yeah, but it's not flat.
Yeah, it's not flat.
Oh,
The
okay.
like roundness of it.
I don't know why I picture this, but I picture the it's like rounder, it's like bigger at the top than it is at the bottom.
Literally, no fruit is built like that.
I mean, I guess if you turn a pear upside down.
I was like, flip it upside down. Well, actually, wait.
The reason why it's bulbous at the bottom
To hold the seeds.
and gravity.
Gravity. It's because of John Mayer. That fruits are shaped that way.
Dude,
Yeah.
can we talk about John Mayer for a second?
Yeah, sure.
How good is he?
He's pretty awesome.
Is he the best?
Okay. Okay. He's made a reappearance, I think, in the last like year, because he was like, I mean, like middle school, like he was like
He was popping.
When he came out with his album like Continuum, everyone was like, "Oh my
That was
gosh!"
such
like,
a good album.
like
Amazing album.
What's the Your Body Is a Wonderland, Gravity, like all those songs were like just like hits.
Body's a Wonderland. Such a goodie.
But like
Such an aggressive song.
And my opinion of John Mayer was that he was that like Train-esque like just kind of singer songwriter kind of dude. Like he kind of played kind of a bluesy solo. He's a really good guitarist.
He is a fantastic guitarist.
I did not know that he was actually like a
like stupid
like
talented.
like a serious like guitar player. So and I found out after like listening for a little while, I was like, he's not like the greatest vocalist. He's a good singer, but he's not like
He's got a good voice. But yeah, he's not like
like the most
he's not like John Legend.
Yeah, he's not like he's not as like technically or like soulfully.
You got it, bub. You want to take
two? I meant that.
Okay.
Like soulfully proficient.
No, I was giving you another opportunity to say it because it was so poorly done.
Oh yeah. Well, I thought about the word soulfully after I said I was like, soulfully.
Sounds like you're saying soulfully.
Soulfully.
Yeah.
So. Oh, that's weird. Wait. Okay, whatever. I'll figure that out later.
There's literally no key. We have not established a key. So can
it.
be whatever. Oh my god.
No. Yeah, John Mayer. No, he's a good like.
Yeah.
He had like a scumbag moment, I think.
Oh yeah, no, he's kind of a garbage person when it comes to ladies.
Yeah, well, I don't even. I mean. Sorry, I say he had a scumbag moment because I really don't know. I think he was like cheated on someone or something.
He cheated on just about every girl he's dated.
Oh, okay.
And then he writes a song about it, and then it becomes a #1. Could you imagine knowing that a song is written about you?
Oh man,
by the dude that cheated on you, and he's making millions off of it.
I wouldn't know what to do. Be like, hey, this song's about like. Think about that song.
Bob.
That song, "You're So Vain." You're so vain. You probably think this song is about you.
Yeah.
You're so. That's written about someone, and think about like, for decades they've had that thought that this song that everyone knows is about me. And Carly Simon never actually said who that song was about either.
Really?
That's the hilarious part of it.
So it could be like 10 people that think that the song's about it.
Right.
Oh, that's even worse.
Like Alanis Morissette song, You Ought to Know.
Yeah.
That's about someone too.
Really?
Yeah. and
that's the funny thing about like music is that like a lot of the content
probably about
is pointed at an individual.
Right, because like no one's just like out of the blue writing a love song or a breakup song. Who's just like single?
Maybe the best one. What's his name? I can't remember. But it's F what I said. It don't mean shit now. Presents might as well throw them out. All these kisses, they didn't mean jack. I want you back. You don't know that one?
Don't know that one.
Oh my god, dude, it's aggressive.
Or the what's the I see you driving around town with the girl. Forget you. Yeah. Those.
Okay. No, I gotta look this one up. But put an explicit or maybe just.
No, yeah. If you play a song, I'd take it out because we can't.
Fair.
You know what's crazy? There's this girl I followed. I followed her first on Instagram and then TikTok. Lizzie McCaplin. She is like a singer songwriter, but she's dated singer songwriters pretty much exclusively. Her and one of her exes write songs about each other all the time, and they know which songs are about like them.
Yeah.
So they like often are like.
Just taking shots at each other?
Yeah, just taking mad shots, like at each other, like in their own, like in their songs.
Yo, that's like rough.
They're gonna get back together.
They're gonna get married, 100%.
Imagine that compilation album.
So we're gonna listen to this for a second.
Yeah.
But just know that this song has 18 million views. Fantastic. It's called "F It" by Iman.
Okay.
And so if you want to listen to it at home along with us, here we go.
Yeah, man.
It's beautiful.
When
So yeah, go check that song out.
yeah. When music is like about someone, it can.
It's about someone.
But it also like I've written like a couple of songs like in like an emotional like place because of a relationship, and like the songs come out a little better.
Oh, 100%.
There's a little more intensity behind it. It's like you like I remember this isn't like a song I like wrote, but I was playing this piece in a lesson, and it's this really like minor saxophone thing. It's just gross and like classical and like and I had just gotten like over something.
A life event.
We'll talk about it on here. But I was in a very dark place whenever I was playing that during my lesson.
Dark time in the kingdom.
My lesson teacher asked me at the end. He was like, two things. That was really good. And are you okay? I was like, thanks. And barely. Yeah. Like,
Hold it on, dog. Hold it on.
When it's coming from an emotional place, yeah, music can
It's
definitely
dope.
gets a little more intense.
I've been talking to a couple of my kids that as we're getting ready to go to state.
Yeah. What is that, by the way? Is that like a
Next
after?
Yeah, dog.
That like breaks my brain.
Them bumping it up 3 weeks basically.
Yeah.
Completely like screwed up. A bunch of
Virtual,
my
right?
percussions. Yeah, it's virtual as
Okay.
well. But because it's they're having all the judging done by June 1st. So all the recording has to be in by the 15th.
I see.
So that way they can listen to everything and get everybody's ratings. But because of that, like I had 6 kids,
Yeah.
5 kids learn like an easier grade 1.
Yeah.
And then I was like, then they memorized it. So that way they could easily memorize it because, it's like a 5-week turnaround,
Right, yeah.
give or take, from Christmas break.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think,
And, just kind of awkward. It's always weird
fast,
for percussion where it's like, especially since we went deep into the playoffs.
Right.
And, then we had a quick turnaround for the holiday show.
Right.
And then you have 2 weeks off and like, nobody has a marimba at home, so.
Sure.
So I just give them the music the first week back from Christmas break, and then you have 5 weeks to learn piece, and those normal grade 1s, or like there's those higher ends.
Yeah. Grade 1 is a very wide range. It can
Very
be up
wide
to
range.
professional level and like down to like
A hard etude.
a hard etude. Yeah.
Yeah. So they did hard etudes, memorized it, and then I was like, all right, you get a 1, you get to pick your own solo, and that's from mid-February to June 1.
Yeah.
All kinds of time.
Got time. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's months.
You bump it up 3 weeks. Yeah, that kind of throws.
Get rid of that month of
Yeah, that basically you just have to push everything up, and then that like back end of May where it's just cleaning and making sure that it's super well put together. You now have to do that at the back end of April, and then
Right.
you throw in spring break and snowpocalypse. It's just been it's been a rough go for them to learn it. So I know I got 2 kids that aren't going to be able to finish out their solo, and hopefully the other ones can. But that being said, still got 9 kids going to competing at state. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
You were saying about like we were talking about the emotional thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Every now and then, when they have, because it's kind of hard to talk about etudes in an emotional sense.
True. Yeah.
Right? So I only really get to talk about it when they have like a real piece of literature, and then they only have a real piece of literature few and far between. So I don't get to have these conversations too often, but when I do, it's always a good time because it's like you get to kind of like, like let's feel some stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah, getting to talk about feelings is like, especially like in the teaching profession, is rare.
it's rare and it's good when we get to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's even fewer. Well, no, actually, I don't know. How many times do you think a science teacher gets to talk about feelings? Your science teacher ever talk about feelings?
No. I already gave a crap about the class.
Yeah. None of my science teachers ever.
Fine arts are the only people that get to talk about feelings.
English teachers talk about their feelings a lot.
Yeah. To all my English teachers out there, love you.
Shout out to y'all.
But the curtains were blue.
Yeah.
Have you seen the whole thing of like the
Yeah.
interpretation of like the curtains are blue?
Yeah. So yeah, no, that's fortunately, even though they're few and far between, we do get to talk about those emotions and getting to sit down with our kids and trying to paint a picture. You know what I mean? This was one of the conversations I was having with my senior. She's playing this vibe solo. I believe it's Forgiveness. It's by my boy Ivan Trevino. She's killing it. You know, it's a super slow piece.
Yeah.
Really hard pedaling and note structure and rhythmic and blah blah blah. She's getting it all down. But she is also an artist, and this is also the other good thing.
Yeah.
Is when they have that outlet, you can kind of pull from that as well. So because she does a lot of this graphic design stuff, I sat down and we spent like two periods, basically. Every now and then, not every now and then, quite often, when I hear a piece of music, I find a movie scene and attach it to there.
I see.
Have you done this?
Not all the time.
Not all the time, but
Maybe later I've done that.
Okay.
I usually go in the reverse. Like I'll see a movie scene and think about a song.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I hear a piece and a movie plays in my head. Yeah, I don't. It's like that. What's the one where you see colors?
Synesthesia.
Yeah, synesthesia. Is there a? Do you know if that's a thing?
Like seeing graphics while you. I think that is a thing.
Do I have a superpower?
No.
Come on, man! You can't let me have that for a little bit.
I don't know if that's a superpower.
I keep looking at you to ask you to look things up, but you forgot your laptop. So
yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
You were saying.
so it's a really heart wrenching piece. If you think about it, and we put together this basically movie scene of a young daughter and a father, and going back and forth on these flashbacks.
Yeah.
And it starts out with them, and as a good film director, you kind of allude to something, you don't know what it is at the beginning, and then you do a flashback to a couple years before, and it's all happy, and you're trying to figure out what's up. And
It's cheap, but okay.
huh?
Nothing. I'm talking about just writing.
Look,
It's
it's effective. All right, it's effective. Okay, what are those called?
Flashbacks.
Flash
No,
forwards.
no.
Foreshadowing.
Generalizations.
Sure.
What's the thing when you say all black dudes are good at basketball?
Generalizations, yeah.
Huh?
Stereotypes.
Stereotype. Thank you.
Yeah.
Stereotypes are a real thing, and they're there for a reason.
Yeah.
You mean cliches?
Cliches.
That's what you're thinking of.
Yep. Man, got there eventually.
Eventually.
Why do I have a talk show? So, long the short of it, Dad gets cancer, I think is what we decided on.
Sure.
Jumps back forward, Dad's dying, girl's taking care of Dad.
So you kind of create a story.
Yeah,
around-
create a whole entire story, and
Yeah.
the next time she played it, she's still trying to figure it out and trying to.
Right.
Because this is also the issue and I don't know if you've had this before when you teach private lessons, where you don't want to just give 100% your thought process.
No, yeah,
to them?
I ask that's the because I think that's a personal thing.
Yeah,
Like, it's
100%.
I think you can spend all the time, in trying to impart what you oh, you should feel this way. That no, tell me what you feel. Can you use another word to describe that? Okay,
Yeah.
put that word into the pen.
Yeah, I was doing a lot of this is the scene that I see. What do you think? How does that feel?
Yeah.
Well, how does that make you feel? And blah blah blah. And she was able to do it well because that's she has an experience similar to that. So all that to be said, it's cool to talk about your feelings.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool to talk about. Doing something like that creates like, I think a lot of like songwriters and stuff like do this because they have like words to express it through, but they having something like that behind it creates like intent.
Yeah.
Like whenever you don't have that intent, it's kind of hard to get emotion out of a song. Like if you don't like have like a, and some people have to do it through a story and like come up with that. Like especially with like non-lyrical music.
Yeah.
You have to. I did this for lyrical.
No.
Just talking like little talking hands. If you're listening, but.
Wait.
Yeah, you can hear.
No, you can't hear mine. I don't have finger pads.
I heard it.
Oh, I do. Look at that.
Yeah, we all have finger pads.
No, like for they, I guess they've grown back. For legitimately for a bit, I didn't have finger pads when I was like heavily.
Callus
Stop.
You callus them, or you like burn them off, or
A little bit of both.
Oh.
It was when I was like bartending a lot, as well as gigging, playing congas a lot. So just those 3-hour conga gigs back to back, just constantly cutting it open.
Yeah.
And then you just get some nice little alcohol in there, and it just feels super awesome.
it's like
My fingers are on fire. Yeah, it was great. Yeah. So like I think it was like these two and like these two for a bit. I just straight up didn't have fingerprints. It's cool. Could have stabbed someone at that. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah,
Just
like
gotta
with with non-lyrical music, you can definitely like either creating a story or something like helps it like create that intent. Because without that, then you have to just like figure it out.
It's just empty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, I mean, that's the Texas band way. Just like the right notes, right rhythms. Great. Awesome.
Mild phrasing.
I'm tired, but speaking of tired, I tried a Bang Energy today. And I decided to just do this like at lunch. I didn't have, because they got Chick-fil-A for us in the morning.
Oh, nice.
So I wasn't like hungry at lunch. So I was like, I'm gonna drive down to the corner store, get a Bang Energy, come back to school, and just teach with a teach. I had 2 classes at the afternoon. I have to teach with a Bang Energy. Why do people like that? It's not good.
Because it works.
Wait, what do you mean? Like, what happened?
So I was just like sweaty. Like I was just like sweaty and like a little agitated. Like it's like
it works.
I don't need that. Like I didn't have energy. I was just like, and then I crashed like as soon as like 3. No, it had to be like 3:30. I was like out. I was like, no. Who needs this in their life?
I do. This guy.
Just burst of energy like that?
Yeah.
Like a burst of like air.
That didn't happen to me.
You do your coffee in the morning, and then you do your second coffee, about third period, about that 10 o'clock. So 7, 10. Lunch usually rides me out.
Yeah.
And then I'll do something at 2, and then at 4:30.
You can't just like live.
Yeah,
I think I have sleep apnea. I don't sleep at night.
Oh, okay.
So still waiting on to get that sleep study. I think my tonsils are messed up. When's the last time you heard somebody talk about tonsils? I couldn't tell you.
Recently.
Just now.
But until now.
Like, everyone go back like 5 seconds. Like if you're on your iPhone, just hit the back button like twice. Boom, boom, and then you're there.
Tonsils. Yeah. I realized that my throat's always kind of hurt. Like just like always.
It's not good.
Yeah. Again, I just think I'm kind of invincible, so I just dealt with it.
Like, yeah, no.
But I strong chance because I was listening to his what was his name? He was on Flagrant 2. He was talking about his deal. And I don't think I have it this bad. but he had such bad sleep apnea
Yeah.
that he was waking up something like 212 times in a night. Yeah, he was getting an hour and a half of sleep a night for like 2 years or something wild like that.
No.
Yeah. And he went to a ENT, ear, nose, and throat, and like his tonsils were all jacked up.
No one's ever called it an ENT. Sorry, that like threw me off.
Really? That's the only way I ever heard about it.
Well, because it just sounds so much like EMT.
Yeah.
I think no one like refers to them as a.
I had a lot of
ENT.
vocal friends.
Okay.
Bet money, text your girl.
And see.
Yeah, see. bet her and Cameron both text every choir director. Bet money, every choir director.
I know about 10 of them, so just ask them all like.
ENT question mark and see if they hit you back with.
Just ENT question mark, or do you call it ear, nose, and throat ENT?
No,
Yeah,
just see how right I am.
All right, let's see.
See if they hit you back with ear, nose, and throat.
Let's
But anyway, like he had to get like some of his soft palate like taken out,
Shaved.
like yeah, like he had to get like crazy surgery done so that
Yeah.
way, because his throat didn't work, and he just kept dying at night. Yeah, so
Yes, I thought for the longest time I had sleep apnea because I snore.
yeah,
Like
you
a-
snore mad loud, bro.
But here's the thing, though. I found out after recording myself, I only snore I snore if I sleep for 8 hours. I snore like 4 times for 20 minutes. It's literally like a wave. Like I literally have like a 20-minute wave of me snoring, and it's in my lightest part of sleep. Other than that, I don't snore.
That's weird.
Yeah. I thought it was a fluke. So like I did it like one time where I had a sleep recorder and I just put it on the side, and yeah, I only snore in like 20-minute waves, like 4 times a night. Then I'm like okay, that's not as bad as I thought.
Yeah.
Like I thought I was doing, because I snore
entire
like
time,
like
yeah.
a bear. I thought I was doing that all night, but if I was
Yeah.
doing that all night, I would have I wouldn't be able to sleep.
Yeah, you'd feel like me.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Yeah, no, it sounds awful.
So that's awful.
Yeah, not being able to sleep. I love sleep.
Maybe that's why I don't dream.
Because you're not actually sleeping like through the night. Yeah, I feel like if you're not deeply sleeping through the night, it's kind of hard to dream.
I've
Yeah, you
never-
have to reach the
REM.
second to last stage to dream. Or the last stage. I think it's the last stage.
I had my first dream at 22, and I've had like 7 since.
I've had a dream every night for like the past 2 months now.
What?
And it's weird.
That's too much.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know if I'm just getting good sleep or I'll sleep for like 3 hours and I'll still have a dream.
That's crazy.
Ooh,
I don't
yeah,
know.
no.
I don't know why.
Yeah, 4 of the 7 times I've killed people. It's not good. I don't like dreams.
Every time I have a dream now, it feels so irrelevant when I wake up that I just forget it. Like it feels so like, even if something happened in the dream, like it feels like, oh, I came to some like emotional realization. Wasn't important. Next topic. Like that's what it feels like.
It's weird. I have like very short dreams too. Like I don't know when you sent the text about like coming in today.
Yeah.
Thursday. I remember waking up, seeing the text, and I was like, okay, I rolled back over, went to sleep. I had a dream about coming here and recording the podcast. I don't remember like what all we said or talked about. I just remember being here.
Oh, damn it. That reminds me. I gotta read those essays for leadership.
Ew. He said reading essays, and I immediately just like, yeah.
Damn it.
Luckily, don't have to read essays.
Why do we have to write essays?
Why are you a good leader, Chris? What makes you qualified to lead the Wildcat band, Chris?
We could talk about this in person. Because you already do in the interview.
But you got to write
You
it
ask
down.
the same questions.
I don't.
They do.
Yeah. I do. Yeah, I'm aggressive. I can't wait. It's my favorite part
You
of
ask
the year.
weird questions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You do it. You do like in interviews. You kind of go for people's like.
Yeah. I'm gonna make you think, dog. Well established. I don't like small talk, and those interviews are small talk. I'm gonna dive in. If I had an issue with you on freshman year, I remember. And I'm gonna call your ass out. Yeah, it's a good time.
What we're talking about.
There was something that I wanted to go off of before we got over here.
Was
I don't know.
the music thing or the
It was something about emotions.
Cameron said question mark.
Dreaming, tonsils.
Sleep apnea, music, story.
Oh no! So this was the conversation that I was having with my girl.
Finger snap sounds.
She was. I was trying to get her to think a little bit more deeply about stuff, and my other worlds that I come from. So the three worlds that I'm kind of in touch with is music, music, food, and dance.
I thought you were gonna say like the worlds that you come from, and I was like, you're not Superman.
Just let me be invincible, bro. All right.
That's Viltrum. Watch Invincible. It's good.
Word.
Sorry, that was a.
We'll get to that.
You just
The
said
tail end of the episode is what we've been watching. All right. We're slowly getting into themes and practices.
Practices.
Yeah.
You were saying though.
I started talking about dancing.
Yeah.
And how with dance, it's really easy to be really bad. Obviously.
I know for a fact.
But like really good
I'm
dance
example A.
performances.
So I'm example A.
Yeah, I was like, I'm like prime candidate. Like,
Example A and A1.
I've got like 3 moves and that's it.
Makes me sad.
Oh, you should watch me on the dance floor.
We've never been to the club together. It makes me sad.
Don't want to.
I'm trying to learn with Mia.
Do you need me to teach you how to dance, Chris?
Probably.
All right, man. I'll teach you how to dance.
I can like dance with a partner, but dancing by myself, well,
You can't dance with a partner. If you can't dance by yourself, you can't dance with a partner. Quote it, clip it. Facts with B.
that's a pretty good line.
Yeah, man, because you're not comfortable with your body. If you can't move your body, how are you supposed to move somebody else's body?
You just move it around.
Nah, man, it's not the same.
That's whatever.
It feels different.
You're saying the world dance.
I was telling her that the advantage that dancers have is when it's done well. Again, when it's done well. I'm not saying that dancing is easy. I did it for a long time. I did it poorly for a long time. All that. But you have 2 avenues in which to express emotion.
Yeah.
You have the physical and how the physical lines up with the song choice. Sure. Right? It doesn't matter how good the choreography is. If it doesn't line up, if it doesn't make sense with the thing that you're dancing to, it's going to suck. Or it's just not going to make sense. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's trying to do hip-hop to some Bach, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's out here. Although, I have seen people crump to... There's a fantastic choreographed dance with the... I forgot what they called themselves for a bit. They kind of made a docu-series.
Yeah.
It's a little corny.
The Jabberwockies?
Not the Jabberwockies. But during that time, they were on So You Think You Can Dance, League of Extraordinary Dancers. But they danced to a bunch of different styles to a Coldplay song.
Living La Vida?
Buddy duddy duddy buddy buddy duddy duddy buddy buddy duddy duddy buddy buddy.
That's not a Coldplay song. That's Secrets by
It might have been Secrets. No, it was Coldplay. That you're right. What I just sang was Secrets. It was the one that we did for Full Circle. What was that song?
Is Viva La Vida? Or no.
Son. For the marching show, Full Circle. What?
Fix You.
Fix You.
Okay.
Thank you. It was that. It was like a string quartet to Fix You, and 2 dudes crump to it. Super dope. So again, if it's done well, you can do it. But I was telling her that that's the advantage that they have is that you can...
You have 2 avenues of expression.
You express motion physically that lines up with the music.
Yeah.
We have 1 avenue.
Yeah.
And it's just oral.
Yeah.
So you have to have a clear picture in your head of what you want people to feel, and that's the only time that they'll feel Like you have to be so
Yeah.
clear with it, so that way everybody's feeling the same thing
Right.
that you're trying to express.
Yeah, I mean, like, my whole thing, I've mentioned this a couple, I don't know why I keep mentioning this today. This is like the third time I've mentioned this. This idea of, and I kind of meant it as a joke, because I was like, we're done with solo and ensemble, we're done with, that weird stage of lessons where it's like, there's nothing really to work on.
Yeah.
Like left some, I was talking about tone imagination. It's like literally a part of this book or whatever. It's just like imagining what the sound is. That's like it's like a big like part of like a practice session should be like imagining what the sound coming out of your instrument is. And I can it's that kind of that same thing of like, you can just physically do the thing or physically hit the thing.
Yeah.
But until you like think about like what's gonna come out.
Yeah.
And like does it convey what you want it to? Like that's a big part that no one really thinks about is like actually like picturing, some people might picture it like, it's a blue block. Like no,
Okay.
but like what's it actually like give it more descriptors, like what size is the block? What shape is the block?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like a wavy block? Is it getting intenser blue? Like, like actually like thinking about it
Yeah.
more that way. But it's all just metaphor, and we're all just here doing the jazz of physics, kids. The jazz of physics. It's a good book. It's about physics and jazz.
You say it's a good book, but
It's hard to read.
I've cracked that book once, and I know music fairly well, and I said,
it's
I'm okay. Thank you very much.
yeah, that book is incredibly hard to read, especially when they go into like neuroscience for a chapter. It's
Yeah,
like
no. I chose music because I'm not smart at the science thing. I can't read a book on science and music.
yeah, man, that book was like, let's talk about the Higgs boson and giant steps. Like,
That's too much for me, dog. Too
yeah,
much for me.
it's a lot. Book's a lot. It's a good book.
Something that I wanted to ask like a month and a half ago.
Sure, we're here now, so might as well.
Might as well. We're both into garbage television.
Yes. Well, wait. What do you mean? I only watch the prestige stuff. No,
You
I watch
don't.
some pretty stupid stuff.
We bonded.
I've seen all of Eric Andre like multiple times. Like, and that's literally nothing. How about some ranch? Like,
Might be the most garbage TV show of all time.
oh, definitely. Like nothing happens on that show. Like,
Is there anything more garbage than Eric Andre?
no,
No, I can't think of anything.
because like that whole like which I read not read an article. I saw a headline. People should say that more. I saw a headline about how Eric Andre's approach to comedy is influenced by free jazz because he's a jazz drummer.
Is it really?
Yeah, he got like a degree in like jazz drumming. He went to school for it. Yeah, right. I know, right? Eric Andre. Yeah. His comedy style is influenced by free jazz. That's why it's so chaotic and it doesn't make sense unless you like are feeling it in that moment. I know, right? Yeah, he's like a decent drummer.
I don't know what to do with that information.
It's a little weird. A lot of people do weird stuff, man. Don Cheadle like got like his degree, like I think he got a degree in like jazz voice or something like that.
What?
I think so. Maybe yeah. Yeah.
Anyways,
People are weird, man.
I forget that people are like. Have you ever thought about? Again, I'm gonna get to this eventually.
How
But
people
have you
how people have stories. Like,
no. How, like Michael B. Jordan has allergies,
Oh yeah, we're talking about that.
oh yeah.
or like, how does The Rock watch TV?
Oh yeah. Well, that's because like he's not sitting at TV thinking about like how hard he's working out. He's just The Rock watching TV.
Watching TV.
It's just like imagine The Rock like getting like hyped about something. He's just like or he's
Dude.
watching like a serious like drama thing. He's like, oh, it's happening. It's happening.
There are a few things I would love more than to watch a UFC knockout with The Rock. I think the only time, the only person I'd rather watch that with is if I could somehow be live with Joe Rogan, John Anik, and Daniel Cormier, like, as they're commentating, and then somebody gets knocked out. Like, if Rogan grabbed my shirt because somebody just...
You want to be in that picture of the three
yes.
of them. Ah!
Yeah. I could die. I could die. That being said...
Yeah, you're saying garbage TV, though.
No. Again, gonna get there eventually.
Okay.
Why can't white people get...
Oh, okay. Hold on.
No. Follow me. It's not as bad as I think.
Okay.
It's not as bad
you just
as you think.
Every racist thought ever.
Yep.
It's not as bad as I think.
Why can't white people get as hyped at things as black people do?
That's racist. No, it's not racist. I think they do.
But they don't. Think about like a card, like somebody doing card tricks on the street.
I think a lot
no white dude has ever ran away.
Right. I think I don't want to. I think it's the same thing with like spice. Like,
is that racist?
I think, some people just aren't as...
Here's everybody's favorite segment. Is it racist?
Some people aren't as unhinged.
Yeah.
I think, or like, I shouldn't say unhinged. I should say more like free to express their emotions.
Yeah.
I think a lot of...
Yeah, it's...
That's what I'm saying. Why can't white people do that, Chris?
What? I was thinking about this earlier, about like racist stereotypes and like jokes. Yeah. And the whole like spice thing of like why people can't handle spice. I'm like, I just like take it as a joke. Like I don't know if anybody like actually takes that serious because.
Oh no!
Because like personally, 80% of like my friends that aren't white, they can't handle spice like I can.
That's fair. You also got some white colored folk in your life.
Yeah, that's fair.
No. What I'm saying is like, has anything ever blown your mind so much that you had to run away?
Now, granted, this hasn't happened to me.
I've ran away from something.
I've never.
In amazement. 100% have.
Out of sheer awe.
Out of sheer awe.
Oh.
I didn't full sprint it out. I don't think I'm dark enough for that. Again, like that's always the skinny black dude.
You're just picturing that David Blaine.
All I watched in middle school,
David Blaine,
like
Street Magic,
in early high school, yes, was David Blaine and Chris Angel.
Oh God,
Chris Angel is awful, but I watched it.
I watched it all.
And they would do Street Magic, and the white people were always like, "Oh, that's super cool." Black dudes, oh.
Yeah,
and then they'd run away. Like,
I think the African American
same trick.
African American experience is one where we're free to express our emotions. So, yeah,
that's not. Yeah. I wonder about that. Do you feel hindered because you can't express your emotions that much? Do you know that you can't express your emotions that much?
I can't express my emotions.
You can.
I'm saying you can't. Yeah, I'm not saying you can't. Is it like a level? Do you just like, do you feel like you've... This is sounding bad and more bad as I go to it, but we're already here.
You just gotta say it.
We're already here.
Just say it.
Watching you navigate this is like watching.
If we have to cut it out, we'll cut it out.
Oh, most of this is getting cut.
No, I don't think anything that we've said is terribly bad.
This is like getting it like watching Amelia Earhart like go through the Bermuda Triangle. Like it's watching it must been.
Do you feel you express
it's sad.
all your emotions to the highest level?
Like all the time, or
no, just in general. Like when you're happy, do you feel like you like the happiest you've been?
Who wants to? Sounds awful.
Like every time I'm happy?
Not every time you're happy, but just like.
I mean, we talked about this like
What I'm trying to allude towards is that, let's say the happiest of happy you've ever been is only a 7,
sure,
but you only know that as being your happiest of happy. So, in the instance of the card trick thing, your level of amazement only allows you to go to level 6.
sure.
And then in somebody else, their level of amazement is 9.
Sure. But I don't think it's a race thing, though. I mean, like, does it happen a lot with black people on David Blaine? Yeah.
All the time.
But I don't think it's a, because, like, we talked about something similarly. We were hanging out on Friday, like, the idea of, like, when we go out, our plan is to just hang out, have a good time. Other people go out. Their plan is to talk about how bad of a time they're having. It's different. Granted, I'm here as a friend to support. And, if you're having a bad time, you're having a bad time.
Here for you.
But
be a lot cooler if you weren't.
It'd be a lot cooler if you weren't. If you could just like take that down to like a
Chill
4.
out a little bit.
It's just, I mean, people experience emotion on a different level, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, I never said it was a bad thing. I was just saying,
or a race-based thing.
The observation was I've never seen a white guy run away from a magic trick.
Get that.
We got
No,
here.
I've probably run away from one of Majesty's roast.
That's fair. That is fair.
Run away from a roast, like
Run away from a
oh
roast.
snap.
Yeah. Oh, and also like the other side of it is like at a dunk contest.
Yeah.
Like all the ball players, like somebody hits a dunk and you see like Drake just falling on Harden, just like oh, and like all the white people in the stands like yeah, like
I think what it is there could be more and you don't want to miss it. Like when you run away, if something else happens or somebody else says something that's even better, you're going to miss it.
Oh.
Because I've seen that a lot happen where like somebody makes a joke and then they make a joke on top of the joke that's even more hilarious, but everybody's already like freaking out about it that then they don't hear the better joke.
Yeah. You were, it's the
that's the comedic timing.
yeah.
Gotta wait for the pause for the laugh break.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be hilarious if you saw Mark Cuban fall out his chair, like
Dying.
because Luka just put on some stupid,
Who's
like
Luka?
Luka Doncic. Yeah, I'm super disappointed that you don't know that. Anyways, so back to my original statement of garbage
that?
TV.
See the Shark Tank guy?
Oh my god.
Oh, he Mavericks. Okay,
There you go.
caught up. I haven't caught up with basketball in a minute. It's been a minute.
Anywho, just
Don't have ESPN.
just stop.
So you're digging yourself into a hole. It's getting deeper.
It's getting deeper.
It's no longer 5 feet wide, 5 feet deep. It's getting to.
Anyways, garbage TV.
Yeah.
A year ago, we got tight over The Bachelor. And The Bachelorette.
Yeah, a little over a year ago. Yeah.
Right. February. It was before. Como se dice?
Quarantine.
COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anywho, 2 events have recently happened,
Yes.
and I want your opinion on which is worse. If you were in that boat.
I know.
Okay.
I know about the Gay Bachelor. Is that one of the things you're talking
Yes.
about? Okay.
So, Chris, because I know that you don't watch The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, let me catch you up to speed.
Yeah, don't say I'm into garbage TV. I watch that show out of friendship.
You watch it.
No, I don't.
Therefore,
I tried to watch one episode.
have you seen it?
I tried to watch one episode by myself. I made it through about 10 minutes before I couldn't stand it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can. I love it. So, this last season of The Bachelor. Do you know the premise of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette?
No.
Okay. There's one individual and there's some odd of like 26 other people, quote unquote, competing to marry either the Bachelor or the Bachelorette. So when it's a Bachelor, there's 26 females. When there's a Bachelorette, there's 26 males.
Yeah, it's like of the opposite sex. Yeah.
Yes, of the opposite sex. There's not been any gay bachelors yet. We're ready for that season. That's going to be wild. Never going to happen, but I would love to see it. Happened once in her lifetime, and it was Tila Tequila back in the day, and she was bisexual, and there was dudes and chicks, and that show was bananas. Early days of MTV, like after the music videos and before whatever the crap they're doing now.
Oh yeah, the random like reality show time.
Yeah,
that was
it was awesome.
Weird time.
Parental Control next. What was the Room one? Room Raiders.
Yeah, Room Raiders.
Wasn't there like a bus one that you were
that was
talking about?
next.
Next, yeah.
Fantastic. Anywho, Bachelor. So this last season. There was the first ever black Bachelor. Okay, big deal. The dude's bodied up, what, 6'3"?
Something like that.
Something like that.
I don't know.
Tall black man, really good looking.
Matt James.
Shout out.
If you're trying to look him up.
Yeah. Attractive dude. Okay. Obviously, they're not going to put anybody unattractive on TV. It's TV. So he gets down to the final girls, and he ends up picking the one white girl.
You talking about Rachel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. There's 4 girls left.
Oh boy, we're gonna do these two. These are controversial.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you the 2 stories, right? So now do we understand where we're at? So he picks the one white girl. Okay. 2 seasons ago, on the last time they did a Bachelor, they flip back and forth. They go Bachelor, Bachelorette, Bachelor, Bachelorette. So the last time they did a Bachelor, the hype was the dude was the first virgin in show history. Okay. So it's a big deal because the whole premise of the show is that the person that you pick, you get engaged to, and then you're supposed to get married. I think the percentage on this, can you look this up while I'm informing him? How many couples have actually worked out? Some out of like 26 seasons. Obnoxious amount of that this show has been around. But I digress. With the Black Bachelor. So we got the Black Bachelor, Matt, and then we got the White Bachelor. Do you know what his name was?
The Matt James?
Matt James was the recent one. And then who was the
I don't know.
I can't remember his name.
No. Only 3 couples from the show are still together.
Ha!
Of 21 seasons.
21 seasons.
Yeah, I could have.
So super.
That.
Yeah, you telling me so
it's
meeting some is it out?
No, it's just
Okay.
No, he was just far away. So, he picks the white girl. Some photos from back in her college days get pulled up, and she participated in a antebellum themed party in college. If you're unfamiliar with antebellum, long story short, slavery.
Pre-slavery, yeah.
Pre-slavery.
No, sorry, not pre-slavery. Pre-Civil War, yeah.
Pre-Civil War, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, that defeats the purpose. Yeah. Pre-Civil War, right? So, like, the entire theme is based off of plantations, and you wear, the big dresses and blah, blah, blah. But the entire style, if you will,
Sure.
is based around slave owning. Okay? So,
Sure.
naturally, this is an issue because she's a white girl, he's a black guy. Stirs up the whole mix.
Hold on. Continue. No, never mind. Continue.
Okay.
Yeah.
He picked her. The pictures come up. They do the final rose I can't remember what the last episode is called.
Finale.
Yeah, but the finale. We'll just call it the finale. And come to find out that they broke up because homie's like, yo, like, I'm not saying you're racist, but you need to figure some shit out because, that, like, and the interesting topic of it was the ignorance of it, right? It's not necessarily like, did you know, like, if I told you before this antebellum, did you know that was rooted in racism?
Wait, what?
Right?
Okay, so here,
I'm
so,
confused
so,
on what you're asking.
So here's what we're here's the problem.
Yes.
Here's what I think is the so to me, It's like you can hear it,
Yeah,
right?
you're good.
Yeah,
You're good.
I feel like it got quiet though.
Yeah.
Yeah. To me, I don't know. One of my favorite movies is called The Beguiled.
Okay.
It's like 2016. It's a movie set in that time period, literally during the Civil War.
Okay.
There's only it's a movie about I think it's a Union soldier. He gets like trapped and he gets like he's basically trapped in a house with like Southern girls. It's just the girls like in the house, and it's about like that whole like weird like it's a Union soldier, but you're supposed to hate him. But it's a beautiful movie. I don't necessarily attribute wearing like era appropriate clothing for racism.
Again, I'm in the same boat as you.
Like
I thought that was just like because so many people were bothered by it. I thought that was just the level of black that I'm not,
yeah,
and like maybe I just didn't
Is that what
understand
you're
it.
asking me? Because that's what I was thinking. That
Yeah.
like is what they wore because it was in that time period like considered racist?
Long or the short of it, kind of. Not really. I was asking you if you knew that antebellum was viewed as being racist.
Well, I didn't know what. I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Antebellum?
Was. Antebellum.
Yeah.
I didn't know what that was.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't
So
know
this
what that
was
is.
part of the issue. Like if I told you like
because a lot
I'm gonna
of
throw a party, an antebellum themed party, and I just told you to roll up in like 1600s like attire. You just look up a picture of 1600s. It's not explicitly racist.
because Victorian
Well, no,
like
because you were also saying that like the antebellum thing was like on the idea of slave owning, but if it's more on the idea of
It was the
hosting a
style
party
of
the style of the clothing that they wore in that
Yes.
time, then that's a completely different story. That's just
right
that's
because
just
so this entire thing is a very loaded conversation.
yeah.
it's like was I mean if you frame it that way as like was wearing the clothing of slave owners like
Is that inherently racist?
is that racist? I don't
know.
I mean I think if you're
for me it's all about intention.
if you're
Yeah,
wearing like
that's what I would say. It's
if you're
about
wearing a
attention.
Confederate uniform, I think that's a little racist because
That
you're
one's a little
literally-
racist, yes.
You're literally saying like
Because the intent
side
behind the
that
clothes was to signify that you are on this side
Right.
and they're on that side. But, you know, if you're just looking up, like, honestly, if I told you just wear what Jamie Foxx wore in Django,
yeah,
or Leonardo DiCaprio, right?
yeah,
Technically, well, not technically, yes, he was a slave owner.
Yeah.
But those clothes aren't specifically racist.
right, yeah. Like it's a
Because also you got to think about that entire period as well. Not everybody was a slave owner.
Yeah, just
Like,
because you're in the
yes,
South
you're
doesn't
right.
mean that you're a slave owner. Just
Yeah.
because you're in the South doesn't mean that you're a racist. So, all that to be said, I mean, this is an entire conversation, and it's interesting. I think we're all kind of on the same page. Like it's a little squirrely, but
Yeah.
because it's one of those things where you take you take anything that I guess it can. I understand that it can be viewed as racist because you're coming from the. It can be viewed as racist coming from the standpoint of it is a bunch of white people acting like white people that own slaves.
yeah,
Like that's where it could be, that's where it could come off as racist. I don't think that's
but we've been to college parties. You ever go to a toga party? Does everybody all of a sudden become Greek?
right. Yeah, that's the thing.
what I mean?
Like no one's coming in with that intent.
Yeah.
Of like
Especially if the pictures were just like, just them in
In the clothes. Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that all it was? Was
Yeah,
just
that
them
was
in the
all. That
clothes?
was all it was.
then I don't.
Like, think of the stock, like, female selfie, where it's
Yeah.
like the one girl and the two girls
they,
behind.
they were like on
Yeah.
they were on like a plantation.
And it was
like,
all.
yeah.
I think that was also part of
Yeah.
it. That was a bit of an issue, but I mean, that's also stylistically of fraternity houses.
Yeah.
For like standard fraternity houses are plantation style.
Yeah, and you know, all white people in the fraternity and sorority, but that's not
Again, there's some levels to the diciness.
Right.
Right. But all that to be said. So that's situation A. Situation B is 2 seasons ago. Can you look up his name, please?
sure.
He was the first virgin bachelor. 2 years later, comes out on like Good Morning America, not Good Morning America, but one of those shows,
Yeah.
right? And turns out he's gay.
Colton Underwood.
Colton Underwood. Turns out he's gay. So, my question for you boys is, which one is the worst situation to be in if you are the person, if you are
This feels very.
one of the girls
This is
in
very
in those
spicy,
seasons?
Marcus.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay. So
Which one is a bigger shot to the ego? I guess is the question I'm asking.
Bigger shot to definitely the girl getting told that she's racist, because the guy being a virgin and not knowing. I mean, I don't know if he knew he was gay or not, but let's say they eventually did have sex, and that's when he found out. That's not the girl's fault.
yeah,
He didn't know what he liked. I mean, it could have been the girl's fault. We don't know, but
I'm sure that
most
happens
likely
to
it wasn't her fault.
I'm sure that happens to a lot of people. Where you know you have sex with the opposite or the
Just like,
opposite sex, and you're like, nope, this isn't for me.
Yeah.
Like
But it's never been in a game show.
Yeah, it's never been televised on national TV, but you know, that's just.
Because I don't think anybody really blamed her for.
No,
Okay.
but like as far as I'm thinking more as like if you're not the girl that gets picked, more so. Like I'm
Sure.
talking, you're the number 4 girl, right?
Yeah.
So in this instance, which one would hurt more is if you're the number 4 girl, and then you end up finding out that homeboy is gay, or number 4 girl, and you find out homeboy picked the one that might have been racist.
Which one's more of a shot to the ego?
Or are either of them shots to the ego?
Not really.
No?
Yeah, not really.
Which one would make you feel worse?
I don't know.
Probably again, because like the whole gay one, it's like that could have happened with any of them.
Yeah.
But with the racist one, it's like he just picked. I guess he just picked the bad apple.
It's like yeah, like he picked wrong. If you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He picked wrong. I was going on this side too,
Yeah.
where it's just like, had he picked me, this wouldn't be an issue.
Because he had like several like
I mean, yeah.
he had I think of the final
But-
4 weren't 3 of them women of color.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He picked the one white girl.
Yeah.
Stock. Of course, she has to be racist, right?
Yeah. I don't know about course, but
Not of course. Miss Broad Strokes over here. Come on now.
yeah, but so you're doing some
Big
mad
broad strokes.
painting. You're doing some
Mad-
paint
yeah,
rolling
man.
right now.
No. It's like when all this quote unquote controversy came out. I started thinking about this, and then we never touched on it. And I wanted to touch on it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's
I get what you're like talking about though, and like what you're trying to get at.
yeah. I don't know. I just think like that is. I think the premise of being a contestant on The Bachelor is such a rough,
Oh, I find
like emotional roller coaster.
don't get me. I find the whole thing stupid.
Very dumb.
Like I find the whole thing
Very
very
dumb.
much so like
I definitely want to marry just about every girl on the show. I'll be completely honest.
I do not.
I do.
That this last season?
Not every girl. I'll say about half.
No, let's talk about Victoria if you want to talk about.
You're correct. I hated her. Oh my god.
That was the intent.
The worst. But like Serena P or Serena C.
Again,
Come on now.
you have a thing for whatever.
Or the one that ends up becoming the Bachelor for next season.
I don't know.
I can't remember her name. Anyways, there's mad attractive girls on there, and I was into them. But I am a teacher in Central Texas, and they are not. So here we are.
True.
But yeah, no, just I think it's such an emotionally taxing idea and premise that if you add either of those situations on top of it, like, man, that's rough.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of. I mean, but also I feel like that's just reality TV. Something always happens.
For sure. I mean, 21 seasons, you've got a success rate of 3. What percentage of that? 7? 3 times 7 is 21. So
I can't really do percentages right now. It's more than 12. Like 15.
18? 18%?
Maybe.
No, it'd be 21. No. 3 times.
21% would be 1.
Like I said, it's more than 12 because 12 is 8 is 8 slices. You can tell how bad I am at math right now.
Man.
I don't know how to find a percentage of a number.
I forgot.
21 out of, divided by 3.
I think you have to do like 21 divided by 100, and then I don't know how to do percentage.
This is great.
This is painful.
I love watching this. I love hearing this. So
Just
we need
look
to
up
do.
and Google what percentage of 21 is 3.
No, I want to do the math.
I don't know
Wait,
how to do the math.
How do you find percentages here? I'll look that up.
So we need 3.
For everybody watching, if you can find out,
Oh no,
put it in the comments before
3
we
divided by
figure it out,
21. 14%.
3 divided by 20. Yeah. There we go.
So yeah, 14%.
14%.
So
So 14.
I was like, I know you put the numbers above or around each other. I just didn't know what order. Yeah. 3 over 21, yeah.
3 over 21. So 14%. 14% chance that it works out.
Sure, yeah.
Not odds I'm taking.
Yeah, like I find that whole like idea of finding like love on TV like over 6 weeks, that 90-Day Fiance, all that crap is just like
90 Day Fiance is awful.
I just find it all just weird and a little sad. Just
Real sad.
I'm like, can we just not like let's just make other shows? I don't know, whatever.
But I watch them, and that's the issue because I love garbage TV. I am who I am. We don't always get to watch bangers.
No, I always watch bangers. I'm kidding. I watch some pretty bad stuff.
Dude, your favorite movie is a girl eating pie.
Okay, that A Ghost Story is a beautiful movie.
I don't care how many times you tell me it's a beautiful movie. It's 2 hours of a girl eating a pie.
No, that's not two. That is literally a 5-minute scene.
You told me that was the entire premise.
No, her husband. No, it's her. Like they move it. This couple moves into a house. The husband dies, and then the husband he doesn't haunt her, but he is a ghost walking through. It's just him in a sheet with like 2 holes. Oh, it's beautiful. It's so simple. It's so simple, but it's just like her like sitting there like eating the pie. He's just standing in the corner, just like sad.
I said girl eating pie, and I thought of The Help.
Oh, different movie about a girl eating pie. Hilarious. That one's funny. This one's sad because she just sits there and eats an entire pie and throws it up. That's a scene. No, that's just a scene in the movie. It's just her like it's a grief pie that she got from her husband. Like, well, not from her husband, but because of her husband. Like, someone gave her a grief pie, and she just like is tired of all the grief, so she finally just eats the entire pie and gets sick. And
What's your favorite kind of pie?
gross. Apple.
Yeah.
Yeah, like apple with a slice
Simple.
with a slice.
Apple pie with a slice of apple pie.
Apple pie with a scoop of ice cream. Yeah, that's the pretty much goat pie experience. Chris?
We've talked about this on here before, but
I don't remember. Oh, I think you're gonna make me angry.
You gonna say
No.
cherry? We'll kick you.
no.
You don't eat pie. do you?
Because I was originally said pumpkin pie
Yeah.
or pecan pie.
That's right.
And then you said something different last time too, and then you said the apple pie with vanilla, and then we were all like, ah. So I'm changing my answer from before to apple pie with vanilla ice cream. on top.
That's right. We talked about it on Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Naturally.
yeah. Because I was because in Thanksgiving mode, I'm thinking like sweet potato pie. That's
fair.
That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, apple pie is
I wish eating pie
was like a normal thing.
like eating pie with a cup of coffee.
You can do that.
It sounds like a nice experience.
Yes.
Yeah, there's
It's
no
so lovely.
the nice like the idea of like going to a cafe and you get
Yeah.
you get a nice like cappuccino.
There's not enough cafes, man. And not enough there's not enough cafes that serve pie. It makes me sad.
Well, yeah, that's a very niche thing to do. It's very niche. Like
I want more of it.
we make pies and we
I
serve
need more people to figure it out.
artisanal milk, man. Artisanal milk.
Well, I mean, we are getting a bakery place in downtown, right?
Yeah, we
They're
are.
gonna serve pie. And they're gonna
yeah,
serve
they are.
coffee. That's where you go. Pie and coffee. Coffee and pie. Coffee pie. Too much?
Coffee flavored pie.
Coffee flavored pie.
What would
You
be
could
the-
do that.
What would the filling be though?
It would be.
Would it
You
be a
could do a
pumpkin pie
pecan.
texture, or
You
would
could
it
do
be
no. You could do a pecan soaked pie. So like, do the pecans, soak it in coffee.
Oh, I was thinking more of like more like a tiramisu kind of thing,
Or
a
do like a
or
coffee
like-
cream
or like a
cake,
cheesecake, yeah.
a coffee cream pie.
yeah. That's more I was in the vein I was thinking.
That'd be tasty.
Yeah,
God, when are we getting that bakery? I need that in my life.
eventually.
Need to go to Crab
Eventually.
Kings too.
What's Crab Kings?
It's a food truck. It's like a
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah.
like it's a food chain food truck. And they do boils.
Oh,
Yeah, they
Yeah,
do
I've heard about it. I've been meaning to go by there.
is
they
it
do.
like here?
crab and shrimp. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
yeah. Just it's
Downtown.
in that little plaza right down the street from First Street in Trinio.
Okay.
I really need to go. I'm so excited to go check out that
Yeah,
Mexican Korean
Mexican Korean food.
bananas.
Mexican and Korean.
Give me a
I was gonna try say something in Korean, and I was like, I don't know any words in Korean right now.
Right now.
You pick up on stuff.
I need a kimchi bulgogi taco.
That sounds good.
Sounds fantastic.
All those words just went over my head.
Anyways, boys, what are we watching? What's new? What
Yeah.
Bad Batch.
you watched the new Star Wars show?
Yeah, the Bad Batch.
Give us the premise.
I'm gonna turn
Premise
this up a little bit,
episode
Chris. It's a little.
Yeah, I don't know why that happened. It's like
The game's probably like that. The mic goes down.
check.
That better?
Yeah, it's
That's
better.
So the Bad Batch.
Yeah. So you want like
A brief description.
so Bad Batch is about during the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
There was four originally genetically defected clones that end up squatting together and they become the Bad Batch
Yeah.
Squad 99. Later, Echo, who's a different, he's a normal clone in Clone Wars. He finds out that he's got the chip in his head and everything, and he goes berserk, and he ends up becoming a cyborg or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that's how that happens, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so it's basically just following that story of the defected clones because they're a squad of 5 that take out entire armies and everything like that.
Cool.
Because they all have enhanced things. Like one has enhanced strength, but he's dumb. Stock.
Super stock.
One's smart. One's has heightened senses. One can shoot really well. And then there's a cyborg.
Huh. Cool. All right. It's
And
on
then
Disney
there's-
Plus.
Yeah. And then the Bad Batch is showing what takes place after Order 66. Order 66 happens in the first 10 minutes of the first episode.
Okay.
Gotcha. All right. No, check it out.
It is animated though. Just sorry.
Oh, it is animated. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
I was wondering if it was gonna be animated or.
Yeah, because it's still
Live
following the Clone Wars animation style.
Okay. Cool.
Nice. Such a cool animation style.
Yeah.
Enjoy
That
it.
like Neo like. It's not quite CGI, but it's kind of like I don't know. I like that.
I feel like it's 3D comic book.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good way to describe it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
3D comic book. Yeah.
You're welcome. What about you?
So I finished shows that I watched Invincible.
Yep.
It's on Amazon Prime. Basic premise of that is this it's a planet full of superheroes. Like not everyone's a superhero, but a bunch of people are superheroes, and there's a guy who's like the kind of the Superman of the.
Yeah.
But he's like a Superman that kind of works alone. And then there's the like Justice League group like in that universe or whatever. They're all kind of like pseudo Justice League, like kind of the same like characters. Like there's a Flash type and a,
There's only so many superpowers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard it's like DC.
yes, yeah. But that guy, and this happens like in the first episode, so and that's the whole like premise of the show. But the guy who works alone kills them. Like
Good.
This isn't for children, by the way. It looks like a children's show. No.
Is it animated?
Oh, it's animated, but it's brutal.
Hell
like
yeah.
I'm talking like fatality, like clapping people's like heads, like it's brutal.
Yeah, I've heard it's like DC but without plot armor.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, it's very and it's basically following that the guy who works alone. It's basically following his son becoming a superhero and whatnot, and kind of like dealings with that, and like him kind of growing up, and but it's a great show. It's a great you get a real good insight into growing up with superpowers and stuff like that, and it's a decent show.
What's it on?
HBO. No, it's on Amazon Prime. I was watching that, and I watched something else this week, but I can't. What did I? We talked about Captain America, right?
Yeah. We finished it out.
Okay. Yeah.
You're saying the other one that you were talking about. That's like a real life DC thing or something like that.
Oh, that's The Boys. You just started
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Yes. That is mine.
Yeah.
That I was gonna talk about. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Again, you can talk about The Boys.
Just finished episode 4.
Yeah.
So where do you said Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
So The Boys is on Amazon Prime as well. And it's one of those shows that I think you probably told me about. A couple of other people told me about.
Yeah, I think me and Jacob at one of our like gatherings were like raving about it.
Yeah, but I finally decided to like actually watch it.
Right.
And God bless.
Yeah, show it's heavy.
It's so heavy, dude. Because it's a more like realistic depiction of our society if there was
Superheroes.
superheroes.
Right, because like it's like, your standard Justice League
Yeah.
thing, but like
It's because every superhero is the call to honor, what's that called?
the call to action.
Call to action. Thank
Yeah.
you. Call to action where it's just like, I'm a superhero. I'm gonna be the most good. I'm gonna be but like this one is just luck of the draw with the superpowers, and they're just like kind of garbage people.
Yeah, like none of them. I think that's kind of like, to me, that's what superpowers like leads to.
Yeah.
Like,
And I mean they touched on it in Captain America with the super serum.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Where the only reason why Captain America was so good is because he was a good person.
Right. Yeah. Like you had to be the best person in
Yeah.
order to like have those. Yeah, I think having superpowers like inherently like it's got to make you
It enhances who you are as a person.
true. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're a garbage person, you're just gonna be a garbage person with superpowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, that's like they were talking about with Isaiah, the old dude.
Oh yeah.
How like he was
yeah.
the only one out of his squadron to make it, and like it was
Yeah.
the premise of like he was a good guy from the beginning,
And
and he didn't like go crazy like
Right.
John Walker was.
you know what tripped me out about that? Like I recently like I was listening to a podcast or something like that talking about that, He did the same thing Steve did.
Yeah.
He like against the will of his commanding officer went to go rescue people from a POW camp. Like brought
Yeah,
them
that
back.
was that was like the whole big deal of why
Yeah.
it was crazy that they like silent what he did.
Like
But-
he did the exact same thing Steve did
Damn. Okay.
and brought people back, and they were like, "No."
Rough.
Yeah. Yeah, I when I like read that or saw or heard that, I was like, "Oh snap! Yeah, I did the exact same thing Steve did." Damn. Yeah, it's rough.
Super rough. But yeah, no, that shows I'm 4
Yeah.
episodes deep, and it is
Yeah, the boys gets like
it's dark, bro.
it's two
Just
two seasons on there, and
dark.
yeah, it's very very heavy stuff in there. Like the first episode alone,
First, like
is
15
just,
minutes
like,
in the first episode. God,
just like a lot
good
happens.
golly,
Yeah.
Miss Molly.
Yeah.
Just
Talking about the Aquaman guy and the Star. Yeah.
super dark.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, really? Like, 'cause you don't think that stuff like, but to me, yeah, it's a very accurate depiction of what superpowers could like. Like, ideally, you want everyone to be great. You want everyone to be just a perfect like.
Yeah,
Like, I have superpowers. I'm here to like help people out and just like do
yeah,
good
like
things.
the scene that you walked in on.
Yeah. Whew. Like everyone thinks like you're doing a great job, you know. Nah.
I mean, that's kind of like Batman's whole thing of like having contingency plans for all the Justice League members.
Right.
Every
Yeah.
hero.
Yeah.
In the league or in the DC universe
Yeah.
is like, because like, what if Superman goes bad? Like that's the main one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing they can do really.
Yeah,
He's got to have that. Oh, you know what we should talk about?
I was gonna say
I think
end
we
it
should.
with this conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
have you seen it yet?
Seen what?
Mortal
Oh
Kombat.
I loved it.
Okay.
It was so good.
So Mortal Kombat 2021. Let's talk about it. That movie was definitely made to make a Mortal Kombat movie.
Yes.
Now, granted, I think you could have spaced that out though.
How do you mean?
I thought about this. The way and this is probably boring. This is probably why they didn't do it. Is I see it as like a 4-movie structure. Getting up to that final
son.
like, but it all means something. There's a movie with Sonya Blade and Jax
Okay.
are Black Ops,
Yep.
and they need to go capture Kano. But turns out Kano is also being hunted by Cabal. So it's like a weird like anti-hero thing where it's like we were supposed to capture him, but now we gotta like save him, kind of thing.
Okay.
So that's a great story
That is a good story.
because I would like that's how you end up with him in a chair. Is like
Yeah. Okay. Damn it.
yeah, I know, right? I'm a great storyteller.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
Sec-
Great
sec-
story idea.
I had a great story idea. The second movie is a Liu Kang film.
Kung Lao.
No,
Just Liu Kang?
sorry, Liu Kang and Kung Lao.
Yeah.
Mostly centered around Liu Kang though. Kind of him like not growing up, but like there's a couple of scenes of him growing up, but it's kind of like a coming of age story of Liu Kang like coming to like into his power and like coming. Eventually, at the end of it, he meets Raiden and stuff like that. And they finally like that's how you get that whole thing of them being friends. And then the third movie, this is probably the boring one that probably wouldn't get made. Is that one I was talking about with the first 7 minutes of Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
They should have done that as a whole movie, like 2 warring clans in Japan, like fighting each other.
Yeah.
And it eventually ends with like Sub-Zero kills. No, the way I thought about it was Sub-Zero. Yeah, Sub-Zero kills.
Spoiler alerts. Jesus Christ, son.
Everyone knows this.
Movie just came out.
Everyone knows.
we said we were talking about Mortal Kombat.
I know,
So-
but
Okay. Oh, but
spoiler alerts
Whatever.
in 3, 2, 1.
boom. So yeah, Sub-Zero kills Scorpion.
Yeah.
That's the story of like Mortal Kombat, though.
There's no story of Mortal Kombat. Again,
That's
this is my argument for
It's the lore-based thing or
it's my
whatever.
argument for the Mortal Kombat movie. Mortal Kombat's not about anything.
Yeah. But see, like at the after those 3 movies,
Yep.
at the ends, to me, like Kano, Kano now has to fight Sonya. Jax has to fight Cabal. That's how that whole thing, so you get some tension there.
Yep.
Because the 4 of them have been like engaged with each other. Liu Kang has to fight Kung Lao, his brother.
Nope, that would never happen. How dare you? That's stupid. I'm shutting it down right there.
And then
You want to talk about any lore? There's an entire video game based around them fighting the entire Mortal Kombat world. Mortal Kombat Shaolin monks. How dare you not know your Mortal Kombat? What the hell's the matter with you?
I don't know.
Feel free to continue. That
You can
movie-
create new lore.
I mean, hell, they created a whole new character, so
Exactly. That stuff
You
like
cannot pin Liu Kang and Kung Lao against each other. I'm not allowed.
okay, then
that.
put Liu Kang against Goro and Kung Lao against Sub-Zero.
No, I think it just needs to be Kung Lao and Liu Kang against Goro. If you're just going
It's
like
Mortal Kombat though. You got to do individuals. You can't do group. And then so here's the thing: Sub-Zero defeats Kung Lao, and then Liu Kang has to fight Sub-Zero later. Oh, that's the way I framed it because it's fire against ice later.
I just hate
later
that Kung
on.
Lao always dies. It's my favorite character.
But yeah, that's and you eventually end with like an actual tournament. But like, they should have spaced that. You could have spaced that out and made it more like meaningful. Like I didn't care at all about any of those characters. Like,
That's fair. That's fair.
Like
I only cared about the characters because I care about the game.
they had that whole like they were like, oh, Cabal and Kano have a history. What history? Talk about it. Like everyone talks about how much history they have. Just show, don't tell. Like,
Yeah.
show me it.
That's fair.
Like I don't need flashbacks, but like give me a movie about it. That's how I felt about it. I was just like, this is so undeserved. It's like the Avengers Assemble thing, where like they spent like 21 movies, 23 movies, like getting to Avengers Assemble.
Yeah.
And then he finally got to say it, and everyone just went, "Whoa!
Yeah.
He said the thing!" Like it would have been
That's fair.
if
It
someone would have
wouldn't
said
have been as good. Yeah.
if someone would have said fatality after 4 movies. Oh yeah, that would have been the most deserved fatality ever.
that's what something I was gonna say. The fact that it was always like fatality or finisher, like
Right.
I get that it's a Mortal Kombat movie, but like we can see that it's a fatality.
right.
Like
Felt
maybe
cheap.
if it was like the final like Sub-Zero kill thing,
Yeah.
then
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
my other thing was
You sold
my
it.
other thing
Sorry to
before
crap
you-
on your favorite movie, but
hang on,
That's
before
not my
you-
favorite movie. I just didn't hate it
Before
like
you
everybody else.
argue against our arguments, another
Yep.
thing I didn't like was at the end how he said death was just another dimension or whatever realm or whatever.
oh yeah,
So it's like what they just did was for nothing,
right.
killing all the people.
What was the Shadow Realm?
Yeah, I mean that's the whole like Mortal Kombat thing. Is just everything. No one really dies in Mortal
dies.
Kombat, despite being called Mortal Kombat. Weird. But yeah, that's the reason why I just didn't like how like yeah we got to say like finish it. Like it would have been so dope if like Shang Tsung after like 4 movies was like talking to Kano and like they have like a weird relationship between Kano and like because like I tried to save you, but like
Yeah.
it's a different.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, like
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So storytelling wise, the movie could have been a lot more.
yes.
I will agree with you there. But for a straight action
Yeah.
theme gangster like nostalgia movie,
Yeah,
I
like-
think you got 100% what you wanted.
Yeah, like I said, no studio's making my movie
Yeah.
because it takes too much money and you have to watch a whole movie about Sonya and Jax.
I'd be super
Who's gonna-
down for it. I mean, actually, I'd be
Oh, you'd be down for it.
so down for that.
No, I think a lot of people would actually prefer that.
Yeah.
Like
Have an actual like story and like lore to Mortal Kombat.
yeah. That way, any lore that you're building is like actual lore,
Yeah.
not just like yeah we were enemies at one point. Like nah, How like that Sonya Jax movie is kind of like a Predator movie. Where
Yeah.
like, Cabal's like the Predator. Like you're just like, oh, we thought we were hunting him, but he's hunting us. Like that's great. I love that.
Damn it. That'd be so much cooler.
It's all different kind of genres, like story, like feudal Japan story, coming of age story, and all like blends into this one beautiful, just like.
That's also like they introduced the main character dude. I don't remember his
Cole,
name.
yeah.
Cole.
Cole
Yeah.
Young.
And I remember he like got his like power or whatever, and I was like, was he in the game? Like,
Yeah.
I don't.
I didn't get what his
I don't
power.
ever remember like.
It was
this being a
it was
thing,
the
and then I read afterwards.
the Wakanda.
It's the Black Panther suit.
Yeah,
like,
where
you
it
get the
absorbs
energy.
energy and throws it back at you.
Yeah. And so
I feel like
it's
someone watched Black Panther and was like, "That we're gonna do that."
That's kind of what I was thinking too. But I was like, I didn't like never saw that character before, and then I read somewhere it's like, oh yeah, no, they just like made a whole new character up. I was like,
Yeah.
I was waiting for it. Yeah.
Oh,
'cause
and
I thought he was just gonna become Scorpion.
Yeah.
And in my
Which would've been dope.
in my 4 movie arc, like a lot of like Hollywood actors, Johnny Cage just shows up at the end. Like
Yeah.
he just kind of shows up like you don't deserve this. Like
Yeah.
not shows up in the second movie because Cole Young goes to go find him.
Well, if you're gonna follow any kind of lore, Johnny Cage is tied with Sonya, so maybe at the end
Yeah.
of that movie,
Okay.
like there's like a
That's why I thought originally whenever we saw Sonya, we were gonna see Johnny in the movie.
yeah.
Well, what's their? Are they like in a relationship or whatever? Are they like?
Just fighters.
They
Just
kiss?
fighters, but just like I mean, Sonya is the only normal female,
Right.
and Johnny Cage is the Hollywood playboy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I just think you take that movie, you just stretch it out.
You're right. It
make
could have been
make each thing like really significant.
yeah, and I mean the argument would be like, then you just have like a movie like Doctor Strange, and like hell yeah, that'd be so dope.
Yeah.
Be so dope.
Doctor Strange is so underrated.
So underrated.
It'd be
so
so-
good.
Like that would be so like just to feel like. Could you imagine? So you have that like moment of like tension between like, oh, you killed my brother, like we like had a whole movie about them being brothers, and you killed him, and now I get to kill you.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I would die for that. A four movie arc, like, but they just had to do it in one.
Also, the whole scene where he like killed the flying girl, whatever.
Yeah.
Like that was dope, but also like I wasn't impressed because like I didn't see what all the flying girl could do.
Right.
Like, I don't know if like it was supposed to be unimpressive or if like
That's fair.
And I forgot that Kano's eye is supposed to be, which
A
I
metal plate. Yeah.
hated the whole powers thing.
oh yeah,
It's just powers that come up. What?
Like they could have done it more. I mean,
Like I get Liu Kang, like you develop like
well, no, it was a play on chakras.
yeah, like you like you develop like once you develop your chi and all that stuff, and you eventually get your power. But like, I mean, Kano's eye is supposed to be a metal. Like it's supposed to be like Jax just gets metal arms. Like just make it be in my movie you could do Cabal like this is
Stabs
like
him in the eye.
well no it's like their war wounds. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
Get stabbed in the eye. Jax gets his arm cuts off. Like they kind of walk away from it like hurt, but then they get to come back in 3 movies like ready to go, ready to fight. Oh,
that would have been that actually would have been.
Okay.
They should have hired you.
Damn it.
hire me.
Hollywood execs, I know you're watching this.
Talk to me.
The fandom can come from me. Stories.
Yeah, I mean,
come
you can
from this
fix
guy.
all the lore and stuff in it. Then you gotta again. I think you can do my that feudal Japan movie. I think you have to do it all in English, which is gonna be controversial. But
Yeah.
and that final get over here, like oh
Yeah, especially like Sub-Zero and like Scorpion going at it like the whole movie
yeah,
and like taking turns like Scorpion wins, but Sub-Zero like
yeah. Do like a
Escapes
whole
and-
Godzilla versus Kong thing. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
They have a couple of fights, and they eventually lead to that scene of them finally
He like kills his family. That would have been like seeing him with his family the whole movie.
Yeah.
And Sub-Zero comes and kills them.
yeah. That would have hurt. So like,
This could have been better. All right, let's. How much money do we need to make this film?
I mean,
Ring of Films. What?
to make each of those
200 million?
No, that's like a $400-500 million endeavor, because the Liu Kang one isn't that expensive. You just have to do a couple of fire effects. It's mostly a kung fu movie.
Yeah.
You have to do a lot of effects with Cabal being a monster, in the Sonya Blade Jax movie.
I mean, that's the only effect that you got to do. You just got to get him on the.
The speed thing, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Feudal Japan movie, that's like
It's fairly cheap.
costuming, yeah.
I think we could do it
costuming
for
and
like
a little bit of ice and
for like
flame.
200,
Yeah.
250.
That'd be some.
We
300.
could
You
probably
gotta
do that for less, probably about $1 million. Honestly,
$1 million.
if it's just us, like we don't.
Oh,
have
if
to
it's
pay
just
anybody.
us. No.
Like we don't have to pay anybody. Like if we
Oh.
get really good at just like VFX and shit, like
Imagine. I mean, the three of us, assuming that we magically get really talented at.
I mean, other than actors, but
Yeah. But what I was going to say, doing like the digital animation. Like,
I don't.
would that come across as well?
You could do fatalities more. I don't know.
talking more of like an animated style thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you could do that animated, but it wouldn't feel as like real. Oh, maybe it would feel real. I don't know.
Well, actually, now that you say it, though, for whatever reason, even though that they were fake characters, they always felt real.
Yeah, except for Goro.
Except for Goro.
They just killed Goro. Like
Yeah,
Goro was supposed to be like a champion, and they killed him in like.
Are you talking
What?
about that's the forum, dude? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like killed him in
That's
like.
what I thought too. I was like, this dude's supposed to be like one of the most.
Yeah,
like,
he was
like,
the
formidable.
characters.
Like,
he was the champion.
Yeah,
like in
he
the,
was-
in the 1995 version, he was like.
He was the last one.
Yeah, he was the last one. That was
Yeah.
like.
And then the unlock one was Shang Tsung.
Like, and so. Okay, question. Does the Mortal Kombat tournament have to end with the good guys dying? Like all but one good guy like living? Does it have to end like does it have to be a tournament? Like a pyramid tournament?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Wait.
Who wins?
I was saying no because it's like Earthrealm, Shadow Realm. It's whoever.
Yeah, the best champions of both go against each other, and then whoever wins that round of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
That
so
was
let's
the
say
whole.
you got 6 Earth Fighters and 6 Shadow Realms, and 3 win from each. Oh, I guess then those 3 would fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually. I don't know.
And then I guess if then at that point it would have to be 2 and 1 or.
Right.
all three.
The way they played it off is whoever ends up winning the most, like whoever has like, it's like more of like a round robin
Yeah.
type deal.
Ooh, and then during the final fight, it's like Liu Kang versus like Liu Kang versus like Goro. Like Raiden steps in, but he's not supposed to.
Yeah.
So they like imprison Raiden. It's like you weren't supposed to do that. Now Shang Tsung, I get to fight him. And that's how you end. That's how you end with Shang Tsung versus Liu Kang, like the ultimate like fist fight. Like it's the two of them like going at it like in a nice
That's another thing
arena.
that like there wasn't like an actual tournament.
No, it
Which
was just
like weird because that's what I was expecting to happen. It was just like Raiden just put them up against each other.
And
That
well,
scene-
I
that
think
scene
they were
the-
talking about like
I think they're
if,
setting it up for a second movie.
yeah, but
well,
like,
yeah, they
I don't remember the leader of like the Shadow Realm dude's name. I don't know.
Shang Tsung.
Shang Tsung. Like he was talking about how if they win, they would like take over the Earth Realm.
Yeah.
right.
But like we never got to see how that would like play out because there wasn't like a tournament.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
So,
the
like,
whole idea
how
of them.
winning. How is them winning? Like let them take over the Earth.
Well, they don't have any fighters to fight in the.
Yeah,
Mortal
I think
Kombat.
I think the defenders of Earth are like they're literally like the wall
Yeah.
between like them coming.
So
in.
like the Avengers of Mortal Kombat
Sure, yeah,
in a sense.
Like as soon as they're gone,
Fighting away Loki's army.
right? As soon as they're taken out, then we can come in.
Yeah.
But
And the idea was that after 10 tournaments,
There wouldn't be anybody left.
it's just like you own it.
Yeah.
It's one of the weird parts of lore.
Right.
It's where it's like nobody was. I guess the idea was that nobody's going to win 10 straight.
Yeah.
So like if you win 10 straight, you get that realm.
see, and you can like sprinkle that throughout, like
Yeah.
all those, just like hey, like kind of like the Infinity Stones thing,
Yeah.
where they like don't like they kind of like hint at it like every like once in a while, like what is that? That's weird. Is that a stone? Oh my goodness! Like you kind of
Yeah.
get like
Well, I mean, the issue is that the only reason why it worked out with Marvel is because he had the mouse backing it.
No,
Yeah.
not at first.
What?
No. Disney didn't own Marvel until like 2014.
Yeah, it wasn't until like Avengers.
Yeah, but that's when you
Age
get
of
it.
Ultron.
That's when you get like
They had the
movies that you wanted.
they're talking about.
Huh?
No, they had like Avengers came out before the mouse got it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why it was such a big deal, because they thought that they were just going to ruin the Avengers and everything.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I don't think they weren't planning on. I think whenever Iron Man came out, they were planning on Avengers. They weren't planning on Infinity War.
Yeah.
But at the end of Avengers, they finally dropped that because they were like, "Cool, we got the time." But yeah, like I said, I mean, if you take your time with it, I mean, imagine that that Sonya and Jax movie. Imagine that
That's
comes
a
out,
really dope movie.
and everyone just goes, "Oh man, this is gonna be a cool universe."
Yeah.
Like just filled with like different.
I was
like,
thinking more like when you're talking about the different movies, it kind of reminded me of like the Godzilla versus Kong universe and build up.
yeah, you have like your war movie, your like straight up like monster horror movie. Then you got your sort of I don't know what Godzilla versus Godzilla King of the Monsters. I guess that's more like the first like big monster movie, and then you end up with Godzilla versus Kong, and like the same 4-story arc, like you lead up to it. Take your time. You don't get Godzilla versus Kong on the first go.
That's fair.
I think we've all seen that building up is a lot better, especially with how like Marvel and all that has turned out. Godzilla versus Kong turned out.
Yeah.
That would be cool. No, okay. At first, you guys were just saying that it was a bad movie.
I said it was decent.
Fundamentally, not a bad movie.
I'm not saying it's not a Mortal Kombat movie. Like it is what it is. Like whenever they made it to the void, I feel like they were always leading up to that void scene of them all standing there like, all right, where are we gonna go? All right, you go fight here, you go fight here, you go fight here. I think it was all leading up to that. But if you're gonna do a Mortal Kombat movie when you first go, how else do you get there? Like, do it like that.
I will say that like the film studio or like animation studio that came up at the beginning, I was like, I've never seen that like logo or studio before.
Oh no, yeah, it's a very small production company, but yeah, I just feel like take your time. You're not happy with this.
No,
You're happy with my story, but you're not happy with the.
yes, because I agree. I would love. Well, I love Mortal Kombat so goddamn much.
Imagine
so,
Liu Kang and Kung Lao as like a coming of age story. By the end of it, they're just like.
I couldn't let you kill Kung Lao. Just don't kill my boy.
Oh no,
like
they're gonna kill him.
I feel like we need to play Mortal Kombat now sometime.
Oh God, yes.
Play along.
I'll go buy it. Like I'll
watch me fail in Mortal Kombat.
I would buy every console just to play Mortal Kombat.
To play Mortal.
Yeah, I stand by
It's a
that
little
statement.
excessive.
I stand by that statement. All right, my childhood was not much, but Mortal Kombat was a lot of it. It's a great game.
I just finally watched the movies, so I played the games occasionally, never like.
I played like Mortal Kombat 9 or 10 when it came on PlayStation 4.
Mortal Kombat's my shit. Well,
so wouldn't you have loved a better movie?
I would have loved a better movie. I didn't think about having like a through line and a theme and blah blah blah. So
You mean movies?
I just wanted John Wick, but with Mortal Kombat. Like, and that's what I got. It was John Wick with Mortal Kombat.
Well, John Wick, you follow was a story though. It's like him, like.
Eventually, the third movie. Come on now.
Oh yeah, Parabellum was like a weird.
And 2 kind of barely happens.
Yeah.
Like, John Wick 1 is literally they killed my dog and stole my car.
That'd be cool though.
Yeah.
Like imagine John Wick is like he gets a tournament thing at the end. Hey, you get to be in the tournament. Just yeah.
No, what I'm saying is like in reality, John Wick isn't about anything.
No.
It's just Keanu Reeves marking hundreds of dudes.
They killed his dog, so I'm gonna kill you. That's a very simple premise.
And Mortal Kombat,
Mortal Kombat is not a simple premise.
they fight and then some people die.
But you also have like Outworld, and it's a
Okay, you're right.
I just saw like
Damn it.
another idea. This might be a little over the top, but like
No, go with it.
introducing like new characters and stuff. Talking about like Johnny Cage. Well, he's not a new character, but new lore, I guess, of like him and Sonya Blade like either getting together or something.
Yeah.
And like I say, Johnny Cage has the Mortal Kombat thing, the mark.
Yeah.
And Sonya doesn't. Well, Sonya eventually is like, I want that, and so she tries to kill him for it. Johnny ends up killing her.
Dicey.
You can have like a whole like Mr. and Mrs. Smith thing.
Yeah,
Two of them fight.
It's a great movie, by the way.
Yeah.
it is. But I think that'd be cool to just be like, oh, we're gonna get to see Sonya like compete in the tournament. It's like, nope.
Telling you, man, you give stakes, and you give like big like because there were no stakes in that movie.
There's no
Yeah.
stakes in that movie.
Like
You're right.
I think even they were confused by the end of it. They were like, wait, if I fight him, what happens if we like?
There's also the whole thing of like Raiden not being able to interfere, but then he took him out of the fights to
right.
to the Void Realm or whatever
Right.
it was.
Like it should be a big deal that Raiden interfered, but it wasn't. Like it was just like, oh, it's just Raiden. Like, it should be a big deal that Raiden like.
Yeah.
Like imagine like Raiden's the Nick Fury of that universe.
Yeah.
He just shows up in every
basically,
movie.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like just shows up in every like helps out like
Kind of.
yeah. Oh, like Raiden like takes out like Sonya Jackson Kano from like whatever their place they're
Yeah.
at. Raiden like takes them out of that place like. Telling you, man. Execs, if you're watching,
There's a great movie here.
Make
There's-
that
there's
movie-
a great,
make that
there's a
in
great
15
theme. And
years.
there's so many dope characters. Ugh.
yeah.
I'm so pissed off with how they did Reptile. Like they just made a
Yeah.
giant lizard.
Oh,
what the hell?
yeah.
And then they alluded to Nightwolf on the board, and
Yeah.
you heard me, I flipped shit. I was like,
Yeah.
ah! Nightwolf is so dope. And then you have a bunch of characters that you didn't bring up.
It's like that whole thing of like why is Sonya obsessed with Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Like you tell my movie at the end of it, like you're like she knows about this whole thing, like this whole like
Yeah.
the world is bigger than it looks. Like
And she's just the character from Kong, the Inner Earth, the dude that wrote the book.
yeah.
Same. Yeah. God damn it.
Right.
Let's write a movie, boys.
I've already got it I've already got it this screenplay started.
Oh my god. I know you do.
I'm kidding, I don't. I literally had this thought like just standing in the shower. I was like, you can do this and this and like imagine that whole like feudal Japan like imagine two like warring ninja clans facing off.
That would have been such
Hanzo Hasashi is the greatest ninja of all time. Like
And they could have built up to like maybe not even like mention that it's an actual Mortal Kombat movie. Like make it like the first.
Yeah, you don't
Make
need
it the
yeah.
first of the season, like the series, and then it like builds up to them actually being Sub-Zero and Scorpion.
Yeah.
That would have been.
Damn it. That's a good first one. And then you do the Sonya Jack second.
Because
See,
Subs and Scorpion are definitely like the most.
Yeah.
My whole thought
Popular.
with the order of that was like you eventually it's kind of the whole thing of like watching the Star Wars like thing like out of order. You watch the first we watched New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. Then you get some backstory.
Yeah. Okay.
But like you can also do backstory first and then lead into it.
Well, you wouldn't know that it's backstory.
Yeah.
You just kind of put like so and so versus so and so,
Yeah.
like their original names,
Right.
and then you put the Mortal Kombat, just the dragon in the background,
Kind of like the movie Split, where it's like it's just a
Exactly.
crazy guy,
Yeah.
and then eventually it ends up with like, oh, this is a part of the this is part of the
Yeah.
Glass universe. Like,
yeah.
you know,
So-
you could do it that way. Yeah. Telling you, man, it's a better movie.
Let's quit our jobs and just be writers.
Oh boy, that'd be great.
That'd be great. Anyways, I appreciate you boys coming in on Tuesday.
Yeah, happy to be here. Happy to share my thoughts.
So thinking about it, especially when the episode started, I think we should do episodes earlier in the week. We have a lot more energy.
It's true.
That's true.
It's true.
We could do Tuesdays. We could change it to Tuesdays.
I'm free, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm good with that.
I think I guess originally the thought process was we would do it on Thursday, so that way you have Tuesday night to cut Sunday, because now it's just like a
That's true.
Well, I do it Wednesdays
oh,
because I do it after I get the audio. So
fair enough. So
Yeah,
it's just a
yeah,
matter of
same.
when you get it done.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm down. It's whatever.
Yeah, got more energy.
Maybe plug in like a Thursdays with like the random, like Alton. Just say it's somebody that might be coming out to teach.
Yeah,
You know what I
if they're available on Thursday,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you can easily do 2 in the week and not,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I'm down, boys. We could change the schedule. I'm not. Also, I don't know why I didn't think about it. You could just cut the things and then airdrop it to me when you come over.
oh,
Cut the clips. Yeah.
Can you airdrop videos that are
Yeah.
long?
If they're like a minute, it takes a minute, but it
Takes a little bit, but imagine you cut an 8-minute clip. You just airdrop it to me at the beginning of when you come over.
It's over in 8 minutes.
Yeah.
It takes the amount of time usually.
Yeah. So, anyways, it's been a long episode, boys. Appreciate y'all being here, and that's been rocking with us all the way to the end. Appreciate you guys. Hope you guys have a great week. Peace.